A legendary. We are back and it is the finale. The season is over so fast, but we are here to talk about it. Y'all, I'm Devin with United Black Element. I'm joined with my fellow coordinators. They are the two to my, what side is that? Right side? Um, yes, and Yosi, I do not know. United Black Element exists to enable young black, same gender loving men to fulfill their greatest potential for good. Yes, and we are joined again by our lovely friends, all of which who have been with us before. I'm so excited. It's going to be a key. And of course, Mr. Paris is late. You know how she do. So, we are here, Miss Mother Gillette Oricci. How you doing? We good?
I'm doing great. Happy that the show is now over. So, and congratulations to the House of Miyake Muglia, who I was rooting for. But no, congratulations to them. They did an excellent job. And shout out to the House of Aga. I know the pressure y'all was under, and I just now watched. There was a lot of routines y'all had to come up with. So, congratulations to y'all too.
Miss Tonka Garçon.
The Atlanta Princess is here. What's the tea?
Hey, baby. Good to have y'all back. And Miss Isla Ebony.
West Coast white cunt.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all, let's get into it because we got 2 episodes, and last week was 2.5 hours. So I'm not trying to be here all night with y'all. I love y'all down.
We had fun last time.
It was a key.
It was a good
It was
one.
a key. So if y'all didn't see it, make sure you go back on YouTube, watch last week. It was good. I had fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, so episode 9, the top 3 houses, which were Garçon, Mugler, and Balenciaga, they battled, and it was the electric jungle ball.
Yes.
That was cute. That's cute. It's a cute little thing. I was here for it, the theme. So House Productions, Bizarre Effect, and Mugler get to sign Elements. You know, they won the week before and the week before. And almost the week before that. So, you know, they've been on a roll. Trophy. I'm here for it. So up first was Mugler's, and they assigned themselves hair flips. And baby, it was a moment for me. It was a moment for me. Brittany, they did the Britney Spears tribute.
The AMA tribute. Yeah, I loved it. Slave for You.
It was a key. I was here for all of it. And the tree, that was an effect, bitch.
That was definitely bizarre. I loved it.
I was here for every bit of it, actually, like every single bit. I do agree with the judges that the costume did restrict the hair flips, but
I loved the
he did
falling off at the end and scattering all over the stage. I lived for that.
It
was great.
I got my life.
Okay.
It was perfection to me. It was top 10. I loved it.
I didn't get a chance to see it really until I see this season finale. But I can feel the energy in the back, and I was like, oh, they really killing it. So just to see it, I was like, that energy I was feeling when we was filming, and to see it on stage, I was like, yo, like, this is like my favorite Mugler performance, hands down. I just love, because Tati really made that moment for me. I loved it.
She did.
I wish that Legendary would adopt what Drag Race does and like award Miss Congeniality, and like, you know, for me, Tati would have been like that.
Her commentary all season long, I said, was a key. Her little backstage commentary
was like super shady. It was always like really sweet.
Yeah.
I lived for it.
Same Sagittarius in the building, because she's a Sag just like me.
So am I. Yes, you are.
So I mean, I think that it gave what it was supposed to give. Like it definitely did. It was a 10 for me.
Yeah, I gave it 10.
It was Ocho.
That tree was the best bazaar of the night.
It was over. Yeah.
I give it a 9 only because I did see a Toro kind of slip a little bit on his train.
I did see him move it. He moved
Yeah.
it.
It kind of, my eye kind of went towards it a little bit. So being fair is fair. When being fair is fair. Yeah.
But being fair is fair, honey. Once he moved that train, honey, he gave what he
Worked.
He did.
Okay. That was cute.
That was cute, but just for me having a little train on myself, and no, I give it a 10. No shade. I loved it. I'm just picking. I give it a 10.
It was a key.
Yeah, it's a 10 for me too.
So next up was Balenciagas, and they were assigned spins and dips. Y'all think that was smart for them to give them that?
Oh, was this the show?
I mean,
I would say yes. I would say yes.
I would say no.
I would
What
say
would
yes.
why would you say nothing about the Gillette?
Why not give them haircut? I have not seen a hair with yet.
That's true.
But it's no shade. Who wants to spin and do flips when you can do hair?
They could have gave that to y'all.
Huh?
They could have gave that to you all.
What, spins?
Mm-hmm.
That would have. I feel like that would have put y'all up.
We haven't seen you all yet either.
Not really. Yeah, that would have been something for both of y'all that we hadn't really seen.
Well,
y'all do something.
Well, Savion would have killed y'all can really spin. So, yeah. I told him what to give because he knows Savion can spin.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on, Miss? What's your title, Miss Gay? What, Miss Mesquite Austin? What's
Gay Gulf Coast, US of A.
There she is, Miss Texas Gulf Coast.
Yes.
No.
Things you should present your crown.
What happened?
The girls are presenting their trophies and things. You should present your crown.
Trophy.
Got a bag.
But no, the August it was the same.
I didn't think it was a bad performance per se. I just it didn't give me like it didn't give me enough. It left me wanting more.
Especially like to the bizarre element too. I feel like the spins weren't like. I feel like it's a finale, and I feel like they didn't really elevate the spins like they could have for the finale. For me,
what are we talking about?
With the effect.
The August in the first episode, well, the 9th episode.
Well, let me just take a brief intermission break to introduce myself. I'm your co-host for this season's review.
Yeah.
From season 1 of Legendary House of Ebony. I am your queen. But what we talking about? The very first performance or what?
Yeah.
We're past Mugler, we're on to Balenciaga.
Yeah.
Well, girl, for the first time in the whole show, they finally got fair scores.
Okay.
I don't know what took them so long to get 7s and stuff.
Yeah, I would have given it a 7.
I wrote down 7.
7.5.
I didn't like the effects.
I wrote down what Tiffany wrote. A 6.
You was with Tiffany.
I was with Tiffany.
Speaking of Tiffany, she was giving a lot.
Yeah,
I lived.
She was giving a lot.
I'm triggered. Nick.
I loved her as a judge.
There was some I live moments from her. It was some girl like calm down a little bit, Nee. Like no.
I'm very much triggered.
I want to know why, but you probably can't say why you're triggered. We'll talk.
So everybody's 7, 6.
I gave it 7.
So judging, that's what they got for the most part. But I thought their opening was cute, the little camera angle from the bottom. But after that, yeah, it was cute. Then the Garçons gave y'all baby birds. It was.
You said I like your Let me start off by saying, okay, because I might be biased towards Tonka, but I really do love Tonka. So he always ends up in my notes. So I love the little safari, the outfit, like he's searching for like a bird watcher. I was like, okay. And then he switches up on us. It was like the outfit switch up was real cute. I love that jumpsuit on you, by the way. Stasha's dress. My peacocks are my favorite bird. I think that dress was over. She just looked gorgeous. I think it did meet the whole bizarre look. The only thing that I wrote down, the floor performance wasn't big enough for me. Same thing. Like I feel like it wasn't highlighted. Like I feel like I've seen Savion do a lot, and I feel like he could have added more into that to make it better than what it was, and the scores would have been higher, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Well, it seemed like y'all been doing this pussy shit. I told y'all I didn't want to hear.
What you got to say?
Let me say something. The Garçons definitely made it. You know what? And you want to know what? I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it 100 because they can't really say nothing because they still probably on their little claws and stuff. But I will say this: when you go into this show, and I remember the very first thing they asked us in the interview was, who y'all think is gonna go home first, or who y'all think is blah 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 blah. Based on how far and how long y'all stayed in the competition, I'm pretty sure every house said Garçon. Because that's literally how it was with the Escadas. Like we all looking in,
literally the Escadas.
You know, we all skated in the room. We like, yeah, the Escadas getting out of here.
And then they kept going. but what I will say is because you guys were a tight unit like that, and that reads to some of the judges and to people behind the show. So congratulations on that.
But I would say the only thing I was disappointed with the Garçons was that it was kind of like y'all and the Balenciagas had the same tone the whole season. Like really and truly, the spotlight was on Stasha. You know what I'm saying? It was like Stasha's effect always stood out from y'all's. Like and it was always seemed like everything was geared around Stasha versus it being like y'all playing into each other's strengths and stuff like that. And then on top of that, like y'all season this year, that's why I say I feel like y'all probably picked y'all team because of how y'all saw season 1. Because in season 1, we did more runway than anything, literally. So the fact that this time around, y'all had performance after performance after performance, like every single house challenge y'all had was geared around Vogue. And I'm like, damn, they ain't gonna switch it up.
Are you done? Well, for those watching who don't know, my husband and I were some of the people behind the music for this season. And it was a very interesting experience to watch the performances because of COVID, everything was very disjointed. So, like, I'm sitting in the room where we were mixing all y'all's voiceovers and all that, and having it totally disconnected from a visual and from you guys. Like we didn't get to talk, right? Like that would have been nice, direct communication. But for this performance, like the voiceover on this production was our absolute one of our tops, and it was mainly Tonka that carried it. And honestly, the visual and the energy and the performance met what I was hoping out of what I was hearing, right, from the music. The choreography, I feel like, wasn't super strong, but the energy was really strong. I did like the effect a lot. And Sasha, like, her little shimmy was giving me like Tina Turner. The way she came out, I lived for it. So I liked it. I would give you guys an 8.5.
I said an 8. The Paris Academy.
I gave a 7.
I liked the story. The only thing that was really missing was the floor performance for me, because to me, the performance overall was about Tonka and Stasha. It wasn't about what it was supposed to be about. And so was my only thing. But overall, I thought it was cute. It was cute. Go
Yes,
ahead.
speak on it.
Yourself, mother. Go ahead.
So, looking at it, like how Mother Ebony said it, like the energy was definitely there because of the music. We felt the music. But just watching it, I felt like a lot of stuff got cut out with editing. Because I guess they was looking so much for that bigger moment or whatever. So you didn't see all the choreography. You didn't see, like it was just like some things were edited not in our favor, in my opinion, as far as like what they were trying to get, because they were missing other things.
Ebony's are very familiar with that.
So, yeah. So it was like, to see it, I was like, no. But okay, this is what y'all went for. This is because, like I said, I have a BA in communications. So I was like, okay, so y'all definitely looking for that wow factor. So y'all paying the camera more towards Stasha because y'all gaze by her beauty. We get it. Okay, so you paying the camera over that way. Or you paying the camera towards me because I done came off and then changed. Okay, cool. Now y'all go right back to Savion, who just finishing up his floor performance. Now you see us do the group choreography and you pan away from me because I do a big ass jump. My big ass got off the ground because they said, "Oh, bitch, you gonna get off the ground." My big ass got off the ground, and bitch, they pan right to me when I land back down, and I'm like this. I'm just like, okay, well, there you go. Because the judge was like, "Well, bitch, that Tonka got up," and I was like, "Well, bitch, y'all can't jump."
Yeah, they didn't show that.
Capricorn, devil's advocate. At the end of the day, if it is a camera visual or whatever, you are performing from the judges that are judging you, and it wasn't given what it's supposed to get. So I gave it a 7. No matter what we saw on the TV or on the show.
Girl, whatever. I was giving you my backstory. Girl, bye, Grinch. Bye, Grinch.
Oh my goodness. So then second category was Virgin, Old Way, and New Way Tag Team. Okay. So the Aga sent out Khalik and Honey, and they got chopped.
That's where it got a little messy.
That's
I think that when it comes to Old Way, it's specific style and grace. It's not popping all over the place. There's spin, pops, and dips. So Khalik was bopping around too much, and it just like getting the pose. Like you have to hit a pose to pose, and then getting there. And then Honey was relying over her back through the overflip thing, her dip. That's not New Way. New Way is like this, like bending and your flexibility and things like that, and that's not what it was. Even though it was Virgin, it just not giving what it was supposed to go.
But Honey was giving Vogue Femme.
Yeah, it was very Vogue Femme.
It was Vogue Femme, and that's a chop.
Yeah. So Tiffany's chop was a right chop then.
That was a rightful chop, yes.
Okay.
They tried to come for her.
They did.
I honestly feel like those categories was made for the Oricci. We would have ate those up the one.
Yeah, I feel like y'all would have did that.
Yes.
And then Garçons, y'all sent out Egypt and Mulan. And Meg chopped y'all.
I think there was a chop because I think the chop was laid because Megan had looked down at okay, we're talking about camera.
Let's go. Come on.
She had looked down at Tiffany and she had gave like bitch, you chop my girls, I'm gonna chop your girls. Like it gave the same vibe. It gave like a, back and forth, and that's what started their feud to me, being a viewer, not on the show anymore.
Same here, because it gave when I heard it, and it gave, oh, we got chopped. Mind you, I'm getting ready for the category. All that went out the building. They like it was a whole scene on the camera that they didn't get. They got the tail end after the category closed, but it was a tea, and I literally running on stage, like behind stage, like, so what's up? What's up? Like, what's going on? Oh, they bring y'all back? Or what's tea? What's going on? Like, I was in fight mode at that moment because it was like, now y'all playing.
But honestly, though, it wasn't the elements. I mean, it wasn't the elements of the categories that
for me, I thought the virgin element of it was sort of weird because, like, when we had Old Way on season 1, half the people had never done it before. They were virgins, right? So it was just like, this is a competition, and part of it is that you get categories thrown at you that no one has done before, and you have to step up to the plate. So I thought, like, giving them this, well, they're virgins, was sort of like, no, this is a competition. We're down to the wire right now. Like, that's not.
The word virgin should not be coming up in the semifinal.
And might I add that Jeter was one of the virgins on season 1, and he studied it. It's not hard to do with YouTube. Studied it and won grand prize. So, and beat out people that walk Old Way. So I feel like the Garçons didn't bring it, and it was a chop.
Can I ask a question, Tonka? Was y'all mostly focused on, like, making sure the as a house performance was together versus the categories, like that category in particular? Because I know it was a lot of pressure. I'm just asking.
Honestly, it was just pressure, just in general, just trying to figure out, like, okay, how we're gonna execute. Like, just because we actually had practice for it, and, like, they will go and do their individual practice, like, while, I, get myself prepared by saving out. So, like, we took the time, like, those hours in the room, we took the time to try to do what we could do. Well, I'm gonna remove myself. They took the time out to actually research, like, Derek Mugler and what's his name, Mike something. I know his name is Mike because he used to talk about him all the time. But they would actually research these people and, like, just try to, like, get moves and figure it out. So, like I said, they put their best foot forward. It was just, I guess it wasn't enough.
The Muglers sent out Malik and Prince, and they ate it up. Yeah, they ate it up.
That Prince is something else.
Well, Prince has always been like that, sweet. Like,
yeah,
that was nice.
Can I share something about the music of this?
Please do, because, honey, this music. Let's go.
Well, I mean, like, there's that conversation. But the episode right before was the ball. The night before the ball is when Von Allure passed away. And there was a whole drama with the track for Face, and they wanted a whole new song, like, 12 hours before the ball. And then, like, an hour later, we all find out that Von Allure passed away. And so it was, like, I was in here just, like, ugly crying like I haven't in, like, 10 years. And but then the next ball was Old Way, and that's Von Allure's category. And this was literally days later. And this was people have their opinions. People like a track, don't like a track, whatever. But this track, for me personally, was like the track we put our most heart into because it was just really important to try and get it right. Because it was for Vaughn. And this is the one I'm like most proud of, with the old way, new way track. So I just had to rest in peace, Bonnie.
Yes.
Rest in peace to my.
So Mugleras were the only ones to make it through. So they, of course, added their points up. And then we moved on to arm control. So can somebody tell me what the difference between hands and arm control is?
So hands is more telling a story. It's the fluid, but like the fluidity in the hands. It's just you really capturing the just your hands. Arm control is more lines, and you're still telling a story, but it's really more of lines and the control in the arms, and like everything is like you really showing like the lines from what I was told. So Paris, go ahead, girl.
On mute, bitch. Girl, I feel like it was made up. I ain't never seen arm control at the ball. No, for y'all laughing, I'm dead ass. I'm like, every time
there is arm control, and what Tonka did describe it is like, the lines, the circles, the stretch, pretty much tapping a little bit into the new way, but it's arm control. Telling a story in your hands. Instead of going that arms, all that shit. I'm not that.
Yeah,
So it's basically hand performance on steroids.
That's what it sounds like a little bit.
Seems steroids. Just think of the old way and given the poses and the lines. Like
So okay, because when they were doing it, the arm, it's called arm control, correct? So when they were doing it, it was giving me hand performance. So that's why I was kind of confused, because I was like, I thought they said arms. So when they're doing arms, I'm thinking of like what you just said, Gillette, like posing and stuff like that, and like taking, I guess not take your time, but more so like moving your arms in a way to like it's slowing down. Because when Savion got up there and got out of his seat and started going crazy with it, I was like, okay, and went from arms to hands and then like back again. So I'm just like, okay. But it's like, I was just, y'all know me, like I say every week, a virgin to ballroom. So I'm just asking questions so that way I get understanding.
Very like Deshaun did this little thing like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's arm control, or when you give like a windmill or something like that.
Yeah.
Things like that. That's arm control.
Okay.
So Balenciaga
Ninja too does a lot of arm control.
What was that, Isla?
Javier Ninja does a lot of arm control.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Cha-Cha got her 10s. Savion went out, got her 10. And Arturo got 3 chops.
Stop trying my Capricorn. He is the master of these
like it was a key. It was like a key. Like, why I keep chopping this man? Like, that was a key.
I don't think he should have gotten chops.
I didn't think so either. But I was like, damn, 3? Like 3 is what had got me.
Oh, all 3 chopped. 3 people chopped, right?
3 chopped.
I feel like they probably did that because they only wanted to battle, only 2 to battle maybe, but he didn't deserve a chop.
I didn't think so. So Cha-Cha, Savion battled it out. Savion got up out his seat for that battle. He felt it and still lost.
I don't see why that would have been wrong, because people you're stepping up. Most people want it because it's down. So like I didn't.
Yeah. But Cha-Cha did her little trick and took it home. They was amazed.
The same.
We're familiar.
We said the same thing that
Khalid did last week.
Yeah, I wrote that down. In the shadow box.
Yeah. So they got surprised by the same thing twice.
Maybe they have what's Alzheimer's? Short-term memory loss.
Love down, but yeah, I wasn't. Yeah.
It was cute. So Cha Cha took it home, added 10 more points, which really still didn't help because they were still in the bottom. They wasn't gonna catch the Muglears. They had already secured that. So Garçons and not the Muglears, Balenciagas ended up in the bottom.
You forgot a whole category.
I forgot Shake That Sexy Duo.
Oh, I did. Oh,
sure did.
I done left you out.
Category.
I can't do that. And this was and this was a good category. I'm so sorry.
Yes. So,
Trinko.
well, it started off. They did Sex Siren first.
Ooh, which I was happy because I'm like finally do the difference between Sex Siren and Body because you know they kept getting them confused the last couple times they done did it. So I was glad for them to show that like okay this is the difference, but I don't think when they did Body they actually they still kind of went for sex the last time.
And then the first one for Sex Siren was Jupiter Balenciaga.
And he got child.
It was the face for me. I wasn't. He wasn't doing it for me personally, but that could just be me.
It was what Tiffany, right? It was Tiffany.
Yeah,
it was real chop happy. I mean, compared to some of the other judges.
Yeah. And then after that was Stasha.
Baby, when she walked out, I thought I started liking girls.
It gave me Caribbean vibes because you know, like I love carnival and stuff, and that looks like very much something you would see at like a Caribbean carnival. The feathers and the bra and the skirt. I was like, come on, carnival.
Girl, let me be the devil's advocate because see, y'all fans, because I'm guessing y'all don't really know Stasha like that, but it was average to me because you know I know her, so I'm like, girl, that's something that she probably got in her closet.
No, we got that made. No shade.
No, I know y'all got it made, but I'm sure I have seen her at a pageant or something with that exact thing on. That's how she be. All the ideas that she rocked, girl. That's why I was like, nah, Stasha, girl, you just went on these people's show and just remade everything in your closet.
It worked though, because I liked it.
Yeah.
It made a big version of me, so
She looked good. She got through. And then came Diego.
No, she wasn't sitting Diego, baby.
We already know how you feel about Diego.
I too dated Roger Bob.
The judges were hot in the pants for Diego.
Diego was season 2's Jarrell.
yes.
Yeah.
I said it.
Very bad. Very bad. So then Miss Tonka and Tati had to twerk it out for the win, honey. And I'm glad that this moment happened. Because this was the key for me.
That moment was just pure joy.
It really was. It just made me so happy.
Yay, I got to see it.
Girl, but why y'all only saying this bitch? Because Tati was not playing with you, Tonka. Girl,
She was not.
She went for the kill off the rip.
For the handstand, something that I couldn't do.
Bitch, she was not having it with you.
I mean, it's a competition. I mean, I can't blame her, but she came out the gate swinging.
I saw her do the flip of the handstand. I was like, okay, girl. Yeah.
Girl, you have it. You can.
She wanted it. She wanted it. What's that?
Tati's
Yes.
was
And mind you, let me touch on one thing that I had missed. I'm sorry for being late. The Muglears production this episode again. It's like they set the bar. So that's why I say like when I hear people's critique and stuff like that, and then the fact they went one bitch, that was so dirty. Like they had the whole Britney Spears, you know, like it was just so well thought out, so well executed, and it was just like, girl, what could you follow? How could anybody follow that?
It was a king. Yeah,
I guess for a finale.
I guess I like me twerking. Thank you.
Go ahead, Tonka.
Thank you for liking me twerking. Fuck you's a picture.
Girl, they over here saying that they were saying it's pure enjoyment, girl. They ain't even trying to give you your kudos. They still would have voted for Tati. You know how the girls give at the ball. You did so good. One.
Oh my god.
No, it was like no shame. It was a pure joy to go out there and dance with Tati because we both like are sad, so we both was like, "Bitch, we better go out there and kill it, we better have fun." So like that, it was like, bitch, I'm so happy to lose to you. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit.
That's how I felt in my body battle against Pack Rat. Like it was just like, oh yeah, girl, all right, let's go. Let's have some fun.
Yes.
I knew I was gonna lose to her, so I was just like, let's play.
Pack Rat's big.
My ass was moving.
So Tati took it home, making the Mugler Superior House again. They just keep running them down at this point.
That was running amok at this point.
They just. So that left y'all in the Balenciagas to battle it out, Tonka. And then y'all sent out Savion and they sent out Honey. What you think the thought process out? Why y'all sent Savion this time?
Honestly, he said he was ready to go out there. And, from the last episode, he admitted like he was just so distraught. Like I let y'all down. I messed up in the routine. I messed up on the runway. Like he wasn't ready that episode. So he was just like, this episode, let me make it up to y'all. So it was really like him wanting to show us like I really want to save us because I want us to be here and I don't want to let down. I was like, well, you never let us down. I mean, at the end of the day, we did what we can do, but we don't support you. So I don't want you to go out there thinking that you got to save us because you messed up. So, he wanted to go out there to show like he can vote and he wanted to save us.
He battled Honey, and when it came down to it, it sounded like none of the judges was impressed.
Let me tell you something. I haven't been impressed with a battle. I haven't been impressed all season. So this was no exception. And I will say that the fact that I feel like with Stasha's speech, going for the whole passion thing for a second time in a row was kind of a setup. Because I'm like, well, girl, if you think that's going to work again, think again. But nonetheless, I still feel like y'all was robbed. Like, girl, because Honey really... I'm like, girl, what is y'all... Girl, she almost fell out of several dips. Like, are y'all serious? Bitch Savion was over there going in. It was going in. And I was gagging, busting 360s and everything. So, and this was one of those moments where I was like, well, girl, when it's finally time for y'all to be fair to the Garçons, when they finally actually do something worth giving them their roses about, bitch, y'all slay them. Like, girl, that was late.
I was very surprised that Law was the only one.
Right.
I was very surprised at that. Because honestly, of course, I've watched it two or three times now. But the first time I watched it, like my eyes didn't leave Savion. Like I didn't really watch Honey. I kept looking over there, but she wasn't doing nothing every time I looked. So it was kind of like I was looking at Savion. So I was surprised, but
the way they voted with being the one, it almost made it look like Law still only voted against them because he had a problem with Honey, which wasn't the case, but that's almost how it looked because he's the only one that didn't vote. So I was like,
commentators sometimes mess y'all up.
I was wondering that too because Deshaun's commentating was not giving energy either.
It's the edit.
It's the edit and how they edit it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure, but it was just like because I was like, I wasn't getting energy from nobody. Is what it felt like.
There's no shade to Isla and her husband. They was giving them a lot of restrictions as far as like the music as well. Correct.
We didn't do the battle beat.
Oh, y'all didn't? Okay. So whoever was doing
the battle beat.
So whoever was doing the battle beat wasn't not in favor for no dog at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like no, it was not at all. So if I was like the Paris, the tracks, like the Paris were like, what?
There was a couple of tracks on there this season. I was like, what?
Right. It was a couple. But unfortunately, my favorite house has fallen. I really loved y'all. It was emotional. It was emotional.
Come join the club, sis.
It was you.
I feel. Can we talk about how they were reading Honey after that battle? I feel like, you know, I feel like it was justified, and maybe this is the like mom in me, but at that point, it was almost too much. It was almost like, yeah. Honey has a huge ego. She needs to be checked, and it was just like beating her over the. I think that's just the mom in me. I was like, okay, time to ease up on the kid. Like, she's a kid. She's a kid.
This is why in season 1 we always got into it.
I know.
She wanna take the white route out of everything, girl. No, say Miss Honey Balenciaga needs to be humble, girl. She just got into ballroom literally yesterday. I mean, she's on the platform, yes, and even the way that she battles shows that her ego got in the way. Because if you know, Honey, you've seen her, but it's just like Simone. They get up there.
I didn't see ego in her battle. I saw someone defeated. Her energy to me was defeated. I did not see ego at all in her battle.
Same thing. I said it wasn't ego. I felt the same way as Isla. Like I didn't.
Isla.
I'm sorry. Jesus, I'm so sorry. Isla.
I'm not offended.
Isla.
I'm sorry. I felt the same way with Isla. I was like, well, she didn't have it because we seen Honey when she have an ego voguing. We see it
exactly.
like it's 10 times on 1,000, but it was kind of like she was defeated because at that point, you know, she can talk that talk, but when it comes down to being right there, it was like now we see the real Honey.
Yeah. And that's why I felt like the read after that battle, I was like, oh my God, look at her. She's so defeated. Like all of this reading is like adding up in her head. She wasn't giving her energy that she normally does, that we're used to. And then afterwards they were like, your ego. And I was like, no, I see a totally defeated kid on stage.
And if they added to prior episodes, that should have been done prior.
Exactly.
How they was gonna do it and she was missing?
It should have happened before she left.
I did mention that too, because even when they won the battle and Honey like beat Savion, it was still like didn't even look like happy. Like she still looked so upset, and you won.
You know that edit of her standing in the corner with the light.
Yeah,
it's already a meme all over the internet. Like
I haven't seen
that was an iconic moment. No shade.
Right behind the camera, right?
Work, Honey. That was good TV. Work.
Well, all I'm gonna say is karma's a bitch, and it was a dish best served on Honey.
Well, all I'm gonna ask is, do you really think it was energy or defeatment, or do you just really think the talent was not there?
The talent, you said?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Isla. Let me ask you: if you were one of the judges on the panel, who would you? You would have.
I would have given it right to Savion.
You would have chopped Savion, or you would have chopped Honey?
Huh?
I'm asking Isla, like, would she have chopped Honey, or would she have chopped Savion?
I would have given it to Savion.
I would have given it to Savion too. I saw elements. I didn't see. I saw falling out. I saw like no.
To me, like
and if we want to see a different point of view, I didn't see defeat. What I saw was somebody who had got to a point to where because they weren't able to vocally express how they really felt because of how Shannon was kept shutting him down, that he was just in a space to where he was just like, well, girl, at this point, I don't give a fuck. Because honestly, that's what it gave. Like, even when you saw when they said, what's the tea from the last bar? And he wanted to recap the whole incident and Shannon shut him down. Why? Because at the end of the day, what is that gonna do?
You know how much I wish I had the confidence of Shannon as a mother. If I could have shut you down the way she
shut girl, me. Let me see. That's the thing, girl. We were trying to get them to understand.
I'm sorry, but what more could have been said? Like, he said something very disrespectful, He got checked, and the mother told, like, before it got too much, the mother gave, no, we'll handle this at home. That's exactly what I gave mine. No, we're not about to have people arguing back and forth with, to this point, an adult. If we're not about to do that. I'll handle you, and I'll handle you.
Well, also too, when they asked Shannon like, who are you bringing out, and she gave, well, it's time for Honey to. It was given like, well, girl, you've been gone, so you need to go ahead and shut up.
And honestly, for me, I think we all went in going, "Oh, Honey, already a fave."
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Cha Cha was the star of that house.
Most definitely.
Because I thought it was Khalid. I don't think you still looking like.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, Khalid the one that saved them the 2 times they should have actually been in the bottom.
Yeah, he definitely was Captain Save-A-Ho.
Oh, both of them, Cha Cha and Khalid. Because
Yeah,
Cha Cha was the one who was winning.
But mind you, my whole thing with the whole aspect of it all is just be that if we're promoting family first, right?
Mm-hmm.
You look at the House of Balenciaga, and I guess me being from the experience and already can, kind of read different things from sitting on camera, you could tell that it wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? It's obviously respect there for Shannon because she is the overall mother of their house, no doubt. However, like, you could just tell that, again, just like with the whole Stasha situation, Shannon's light was shining so goddamn bright that you couldn't even get it to the kids. Like, even when she tried to highlight them and say, this is for my kids, bitch, it was the Shannon show and she didn't do a fuck thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Khalik did a lot, just like I said, but did it ever was it enough to ever just be like a standout moment? No, unless you like got an eye for it. Even like with Jupiter, I feel like Jupiter didn't get enough moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he is so talented. Even Cha Cha too, but when y'all think about the House of Balenciaga, all you're gonna think about is Shannon and Honey.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part.
Yeah.
Well.
Losers.
Before we move on to the second and final episode, I just want to remind everybody, if they are in the DFW, to call us at 214-393-3700 for some free HIV and syphilis testing, or if you would like to ask about PrEP. We are always here for you. So now we are going to move on to the finale, and it opened up with Deshaun's performance. And let me tell you, every fucking thing they did that.
He
did, because even with all the people on this stage, I watched him.
Yeah, he was a star,
baby. He did that.
I mean, but he showed us why he's on the show.
And another new house debuts itself.
Basically,
yeah, because he made sure he highlighted he's a founder and the father. He made sure he put that in there.
I'm wondering every time I arrived on set, who's that big blow for?
How I know.
Well, all I can say is, if you're taking on the name House of Basquiat, you better get fucking weird. I want to see some weird artsy fartsy shit.
Because Basquiat, he had to be. That's what he was.
But nonetheless, the production was definitely spot on. I loved it.
Oh, it was.
It was not, moments after moments. The little dip on the top of the hands, the glow, the putting the crown on it, all of it. It's just all of it.
Literally start to finish.
Over.
And then Meg's performance with both of the top 2 houses. I actually liked it. I'm gonna say
it could have paid, but it was cute. I wanted like Deshaun's performance. I was fine with that.
Right. I mean,
given $100,000 performance.
Well, she's already paid, so she don't need it anyway. So she said, "I'm gonna give you what I got."
Yeah, I mean, her Vogue breakdown. I always live for her Vogue.
Yeah, I like it.
It's a cute.
It was cute.
I'm sorry, Deshaun performance, like that was my highlight. I was like,
Absolutely.
I feel like if they were gonna have Megan go, she probably should have went first though. They should have had.
Yeah,
it was really hard to follow Deschamps. Like like he
and
opened.
then they put it like right after. It was nothing in between.
It's like being at karaoke and having like someone that can blow, and then you gotta go up right behind them. Like
this supposed to be for fun. The fuck.
Yeah.
Seeing Meg get out there and at least attempt to do something was cute. She did more than Shannon.
Oh, so we going there. Okay.
I'm sorry, I did say it slipped.
Oh, that's how was the first performance in Arturo, by the House of Mugler winning Superior. They had the advantage of picking who goes first, and the Balenciagas went first, and
the what, Tonka?
Balenciagas first. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, David. I just wanted
not the Baninis.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I mean, it was cute. It was cute. And then I really wanted Naomi to perform too, but I guess we wasn't getting that this season.
I was waiting for her.
I know. I guess we didn't get that.
She gave a little chair performance. We saw on her page. That's all we got.
Yeah, right. What she shared on Instagram. Okay. I mean, the Balenciagas then opened it up with their house production, which was the best production they had all season. It was the best production they had all season.
Girl, they could have saved us.
If they were carrying on like that consistently from the beginning, my feelings of them would be different.
It's the wording for me that y'all are using. Carried on.
Was this? What did y'all say was different?
Girl, why? I'm trying. Listen, we on the same page. Like right here, look at I don't know what they are talking about, but they could have saved all that camera time and gave it all to the Balenciagas.
No shade. When I saw it,
I mean to the Mugles.
At this point, you are in the finale, Shannon. At this point, if you can't dance, you need to be out there trying to break a leg,
something.
You need to be carried. I didn't see nothing.
I thought I wouldn't say they carried or nothing, but for them, I think that was their best from start to finish performance.
It was, first of all, again, it's all house production. All.
Shannon did this.
Shannon did this. All house production.
I mean, I feel that's pretty standard for Shannon, though. So
this is the 10th episode that Shannon has done a nothing.
She did duck walk 2 times now. We ain't got there yet, but.
No, I mean, I think he's referring to the during the all house production.
It was cute.
I knew what she meant.
I knew what she meant. It was one of my favorite Aga performances. What was it? Was it like Sabera said? The camera time could have went to the Mugleres more. I would definitely agree with that because it gave. Now it was like repetitive because now it's like you see when we was on there, it was like Sasha would do the same thing. Shannon do the same thing, so it wasn't nothing done differently. Now that we're gone, it's still the same. I'm thinking like Shannon's really gonna do something different, but it still carried on to the season finale. And I was like, four people fucked it up. The 4 people fucked it up.
They did.
The 4 people fucked it up. So if I had to score the 4 people, that was over. But Shannon, she was. Like somebody said, Law was like, oh, I like a mother who just sit there while the kids are die. But
he contradicted himself. And I was gonna say he contradicted himself because then when the Mugles came out, he was like, "Oh, they came out and just don't do, that actually does something. I don't like somebody that don't do nothing." I'm like, you just
gave Shannon props for not doing much.
I don't know. I guess that comment for me was confusing because they were upset when she wasn't doing anything before, and then I don't know. I guess I didn't. I liked it because we was all in the room together, and I said I liked it, but it just, cute.
It was good. I just feel like they were saying it was still something small. I mean, she moved more than she probably has.
At least
before.
one time, Stasha went under your legs, Tonka. Stasha got out and did something, a flip,
out the box. She did that. She did it. Even she was at like 2 counts. You know,
is the season finale. $100,000 is on the line. I would have expected Shannon to run up and down the runway. I would have expected her to do a lay on the ground and do something, body part shake, something.
She could have done her shaking thing from the body category, and that would have been
this thing. Like,
I didn't want to see that shit.
Like, again, it was a decent performance, but I mean, I wanted $100,000 season finale. We were trying to win, you know. So
if what is alleged from the August is true about their contracts, they could have saved them contracts because baby, we ain't need it.
This was the one episode that we were able to be present for, and I will say that they edited the Balenciaga performance to look better than it actually was. It was like even more like
season long.
Huh?
That was all season long.
Ooh, I mean, they had really good.
The other one, so
To be fair, because the way they our performances, when it came down to us, Oricci, Icar,
they didn't care.
All of it.
They did edit our performances the way they did the August.
I can agree with that.
I mean, I remember watching episode 2 of season 1, and I could tell by the way they were editing us in episode 2, that they were preparing to tell a narrative.
Yeah.
The edits. It's television.
No sheet.
Yeah, this wasn't $100,000 performance though. I mean, like, I don't know.
Then out came the Mugler's, honey. And now that was $100,000 performance.
They went Dragon Ball Z. They went Dragon Ball Z, coming high.
That's what I wrote. It gave me very Ginyu Force. Like, that's probably really nerdy of me, but they definitely gave me Ginyu Force.
They everything about it, from start to finish, the musicality, the narration, the movement, Arturo throwing his thigh up, bitch, all of it.
And don't say, let me just say this right now to all the fucking viewers and all the haters in the comments, and I'm saying this for the Muglers because they can't say it right now. Fuck y'all and get the fuck off the motherfucking T-sheets. Like, the T-sheets was cute, okay? No shame, but when they went home fairly. But what y'all not gonna do is y'all not gonna take away from what the Muglers did, girl, because they was killing it all season. Bitch, all season they gave y'all production after production after production.
Consistent.
Girl, y'all just so biased to y'all fan base that y'all like at some point you have to be realistic, girl. Just because they were doing good does not solidify their placement going forward, girl. When Simone had the opportunity to save her house, she bombed. Bitch, Omari digged in her ass. They went home fairly and righteously. Girl, and then now the Muglers are getting the rose that they so well deserved, been deserved, and girl.
What
happened?
Well, here, let me take a moment to say something about the Muglers. So, my husband mixed. We didn't compose all the music. Mother Oricci, we will talk about this later. We did not compose all the music in the house productions. We did probably like a quarter to a third of the initial compositions. However, from that point on, everything was done in here, which was like adding crashes and kicks and putting everything together and chopping it up and putting in the vocals and da-da-da-da-da. It was so much work. Except Arturo did his own goddamn mixes. He did his own goddamn mixes because that's how fucking talented he is. And my husband went up to him at the end and he said, man, I am so happy that you won, not just because you did an amazing job, but because you are a musician, you're a ballroom musician, and you brought every aspect of this. And, you know, people say all kinds of things, but like, what is so amazing about this show, with all of its problems and issues, and hopefully with each season we'll get better. But the fact that ballroom people have this opportunity and these resources to create the art that they are creating on that stage is unbelievable. And we saw one of the geniuses of ballroom create not some of the best ballroom productions we've ever seen. I'm sorry, some of the best performances on television. Arturo did that.
Yeah, those were full-out productions. Like the amount of detail that you can tell that he paid attention to.
Yeah,
Like it showed. It really showed
in every aspect.
And every time they gave him a challenge, he figured it out and upped it every single week. Like there was no, and all the kids was right there with him. You could tell that all of them were working just as hard. Like nobody was trying to outshine nobody. Nobody was trying to, like you can tell, like, okay, what we got to do, let's do it.
And he said he's been doing it for a while, so I think it's also really nice to see someone who's really putting the time and the work, to actually get their recognition, Because if he's been in the game, that's well deserved. He put in his work, he did his time.
I'm a little
right, and then on top of that, y'all have to also understand and realize what I've been saying on every review show about strategy. When you look at the House of Mugler, you could tell that it was structure there. That there was one person dedicated to one assignment. You know what I'm saying? Everybody followed and trust that person with the assignment that they were, delegated to do. Like, bitch, who else would have poured? Like, Arturo, you could tell that was Arturo's baby. And the performers trusted him to be like, okay, well, you do your job and we're going to do our job to do what you need us to do for you. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of the different houses this season, even like with the Oricci, you could tell the same thing. They had a structured system because when they presented it on the stage, it read that like, you could tell it wasn't a lot of chaos or it wasn't a lot of different ideas running around. It was one solid thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say even with the Balenciagas, you could tell like they kind of had like the whole Ebony thing going on. Like you had a lot of talented individuals, but because it was so much things that was trying to be translated on the stage, it never read like a crisp, clean performance, if that makes sense. So, with Arturo in the House of Mugler, I just listen, y'all did the fuck out of that. Like that was the performance of all seasons so far.
Yeah, they so then they had to do elements one by one.
Can I say something about this?
This was cute.
Someone in production swapped the hands on the floor performance track. So they did their hands to the floor performance track and floor performance was done to the hands track. But they ate it. They all did a really good job, but it was killing me.
So let's talk about how they played it onto her face again. He lost hand performance again.
Again. He got chopped the first time, right?
Bitch, by this time, I'm like, girl, you should have picked another category because you knew they was going to play with you.
And again.
So that's the third time now, right? That's crazy. They did it in his face. So it was him and Khalik and hands up first. And Khalik took that.
Oh, shout out to Khalik. You said 2 icons on the show. Do your shit.
Khalik ate too. Like
he did.
He didn't do it.
He definitely did.
Khalik is the icon slayer.
Okay.
I'm weak. Don't y'all do that.
So next up was Duck Walk. Balenciaga sent out Shannon.
Now, girl, why would they do that?
She was a sacrificial lamb.
I think they knew they had to sacrifice one category. They were gonna have
to. Well, they should have let her do something that she could stand.
Not hands, because Arturo definitely would have ate her up.
Nah, they would have gave it to her. See?
Do you think so?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think so?
Yes, ma'am.
No way.
If Shannon would have went out there and gave Eric, if she would have went out there and gave Eric a performance from season 1, bitch, they would have gave it to her.
I believe Element of Surprise could have took it for her. If she did it right. Like if she went out there and really like, okay, like I'm gonna practice this week and I'm gonna do this, she probably could have Element of Surprise that one.
She could have done a little pop or a little like
Yeah, well,
sidestep or just a little something.
Go high with all that body and
She
that
did
big ass
nothing
dress.
all season. She wasn't gonna do it here.
And then mind you, even with that, like girl, it just read cockiness. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, I'm gonna go out here in this big ass gown because I know we gonna win. That's what it read to me. Like, girl, I know you was Miss
And I was
Shannon.
for
I mean, she didn't do much in the house performance, so I'm like, you should have had time to practice your little duck walk.
No, she went out there and so phase. They live for it. And that
really what she did in a duck walk stand. She sold face in a
production
duck walk.
from Tinsel Town.
Oh shit. That reminds me, we didn't get to touch on one thing I had wanted to touch on.
I was like, what?
Girl, the whole Sasha and Shannon beef.
We ain't get there yet.
Yes, we did. They
Oh,
went
we
home
did because y'all
already.
went home. You sure did. We forgot. We skipped right over there. Okay, let's
Good.
talk.
If y'all know anything about Femme Queen Face, the Femme Queen Face from eras before us, like the 2000s and the 99s, y'all will know that these girls did not play around with that category and they took their craft very seriously. And when I tell you those girls were the girls that, like how Law described how mothers are, those were the face girls back then. These ladies never came into the category. Bitch, when they did come into the category, they were about fucking business. And it was anybody's motherfucking game. And when I tell you that Miss Shannon and Miss Tasha are upon those sitting ladies, that bitch, them girls have a long history of robbery. So the fact that she had said that on TV and then she went into detail about like, oh, you would walk past me, da da da. I was like, nah, Miss Tasha, girl, y'all know how y'all face girls are, so I don't even know why you trying to feel it like that. She was trying to pull the sympathy card, girl.
No, it was the commentary that led to her making that comment.
What was the commentary? Can you enlighten us? Because the edits cut it out.
Right, what we didn't see.
So pretty much, it was the final go, whatever. And Shannon was trying to give like the history of the bloodline, basically, and was trying to say, basically was giving our kudos, and it was giving like Sasha in that moment felt, well, you can talk about history and kudos out there. If you want to talk about bloodline and XYZ, and that what led to that comment, because it was a lot of shade behind the scenes. A lot of but it wasn't, honestly speaking, it was just we was being treated and how they were trying to do certain things and set certain things up that created that tension. Because if you're looking at, there's no shade. Like if you're looking at them now, like they Oki and Kaka and all that, like they passed that, but it was like really like created tension behind the scenes that they tried to do. So that's why you saw them, like there was a genuine hug out, because they was really trying to create that tension, like really trying their damnedest. Because they wanted them to. They said, no, we don't want to see them battle. We want to see two icons of face battle. This is the battle that we want to see. This is the battle that the world wanted to see. They were lost in it.
They wasn't wrong neither, bitches. When I saw that category, I said, girl, this is gonna be one for the. What I wanted to see was the flashback to motherfucking Atlanta for the 75. And for y'all up top, y'all go, when y'all get off here, go YouTube $75,000 face. And when I tell you, you will be like, oh yeah. Yeah.
And that's what Law wanted to see, and production was not trying to give none of that. There was not giving none of that.
$5,000 face. I'm gonna type that down.
Okay. But it was a cute moment. They let them have their moment, so it was nice. It happened before y'all left. So duck walk, Malik definitely took that, like hands down. And then what was floor next?
Catwalk.
Oh, this was my favorite one. Catwalk was my favorite because Diego and Jupiter, it was cute. I was here for it. That was the best one for me.
It was Diego face and confidence
Bitch,
that like it was that was like, okay, bitch. And then
Diego, he was giving Benji. I loved it.
yes, and
Like for him, like
it was Jupiter's like he had his moments in the away from the judges. I was paying and I was like, fuck, if they would have saw it right then and there, they would have got more into it. But it was given like, is this realness? Ain't I here? Catwalk. I was like, oh Lord, baby Midwest is coming out there, baby. She selling realness out there. I was scared. I said, you better sell your catwalk, bitch.
Okay. In the heel.
do you think that helped or hurt her? Either way.
The heel?
You was going, no. Saying all of that.
Sometimes that does get you to vote. Just depends on what you say.
It didn't get no votes. They all voted for Diego. So.
I mean, but you got to understand the politics of television, girl. Diego is a favorite.
Mm-hmm.
It would have took you, probably only God could have saved you.
I mean, they both ate it up though. Like they both till Jupiter's little run across the stage. Like, but every time Jupiter did something, it's like Diego had something to come right back for that. Yeah. So it was like, you're not finna uplead because whatever you got, I got something for that, and that's what it gave. And I think that's why I would have went with Diego too.
And the end too, even Diego, Jupiter was there talking, and Diego's still back there, just
catwalking. Like
girl, that just made it even better for me,
because I ain't even got to say nothing. You can see it. That's what it gave. So then, floor performance. It was Honey and who did
Prince.
Now
let me show y'all just how unbiased I am. I feel like Honey, rightfully so, did get Prince. And honestly, I was like, damn, girl, I just knew Prince was about to tell hold on Honey because anybody that know Prince, bitch, like Miss Mama ooze sex, bitch. When it comes to soft and cunt fucking performance for Vogue films, girl, she is the epitome. Like, I just knew she was about to annihilate Honey, but she didn't, so.
I agree. I was with Honey on that one. Yeah, she did do her thing.
It was close for me, though. I agree, but it was close. It was like Prince did not do what we expected, and Honey did a little better than expected. Yeah. Having sat there, I would have given it Prince. Still.
Yeah, that's a girlfriend vote, but at least you honest.
No. Like I wasn't seeing the edits. I was just actually watching it, and I still would have.
It was cute. And then we had spins and dips, and baby Tati done spin.
Girl, again. How y'all come out here and underestimate this lady? Girl, it's like she did the same thing that she did to Tonka to motherfucking Cha-Cha, bitch. That lady went in from the front, bitch. She bust that 360. I said, oh, yes.
That's why I saw that fan kick. I was shit.
Even not about to play. And then on top of that, another thing I want people to understand is the category is spins and dips, not just spins and two dips, which means that you need to give a variety of not only just different spins, but also different dips, bitch. Tati gave you 360s. She just gave you the dramatic hitch kick dip, like bitch, she was giving you everything that she
spun and the skirt came off, started spinning the skirt, spinning the hair.
The hair came off, fuck the hair, bitch.
Okay, they was bald. I said, woo.
Baby, and that's the thing, like that's the only reason why I feel like come season 3, I feel like Balenciaga has definitely set a bar. No read, no shade to the House of Balmain because it was very lackluster even when they won. But the House of Mugler is one of those houses that definitely I feel like was a well-deserved $100,000 win. But for season 3, I want to see that last and finale to be something that, bitch, we all sitting at the edge of our seats like, girl, I really don't know who is going to win because the Balenciagas really just didn't give them much of a fight, honestly. Like, I knew after that first house production that they won. Like, that was evident. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I really wish that the top 3 would have been Tisci, Oricci, and Mugler. Bitch, that finale episode would have went dumb.
Yeah, that would have been a real competition.
But it wasn't. So,
But Tati ate. Tati left it all on the floor. All of it.
and she didn't even need her points because I mean, she just.
Girl,
wanted
what
to
you over
fuck
there
up.
looking like that for, Tonka girl? You know that y'all had did what needed to be done in y'all circumstance.
Baby, I don't give a fuck.
It's the in y'all circumstance for me.
Baby, I don't give a fuck. We had fun doing it. We gave y'all.
Who was the top 3 for me?
Baby,
Can I ask you something, Tonka? How does it feel to be y'all house's favorite?
What?
Right.
So you know, like in every house, the judges had a certain favorite. Like in our house, it was Shorty. You know, in y'all house, it was you. And Oricci was Gillette. Definitely stole the spotlight, girl. Every motherfucking episode, she was getting critiqued about that mug. You know, so how does it feel to be that? How did it feel to earn the title of house favorite?
How does it feel? Oh.
Girl, you had other houses living for you, honey. We loved you too. So.
Oh, that's a great question.
Tonka's my favorite.
Just being like transparent about the situation. I was not trying to be nobody's favorite. I was really just trying to be the support and do my part. Because I always thought they liked Stasha, so I thought Stasha was a favorite. But to see the love inboxes, it was like, well, I'm really doing. I had to think more beyond like just surface. I had to think about I'm the biggest one on the show. That's I'll be someone that everybody can relate to because they are dealing with size or they are being looked at differently. So it feels good that I'm able to use this platform to make people feel good and encourage them to try things. It actually encouraged me to do more myself. So if an all-star do come, I'm going to be in the lab because I want to do more and I want to prove more. Like there's no shade. Like I want to prove. Now I got a point to prove now. But it feels great. I left the experience happy at the end of the day.
No, we are forgetting one thing.
What's that?
Well, I made an appearance on that stage on the final episode.
Okay, Isla. See, this is what my problem is gonna be because this is my show.
I'm
not this is not the Isla show because I was going to give you a shout out and the other legendary alums for y'all's performance. Mind you, y'all's performance was even better than Megan's. No shade.
I legit wasn't even paying attention to BB, honestly. Like,
I wasn't either.
Once the girls came out, it was like BB was just like a background, like in the background to me.
Like, okay, I like how she ended.
I mean, I don't know. Okay.
And then you put out in that white wig. I mean, your wig was like, you couldn't miss you in that wig, like.
Actually, let me tell she swear I just don't never give her no life. Girl, I was watching the performance and I was like, girl, is that Isla, girl? Girl, I didn't even recognize you out there looking all sexy and stuff.
And then I'm not sure who was next to her, but y'all, at one point, y'all just bent all the way over. I was like,
yes.
Okay. I'm just a mom trying to put food on the table,
Listen, I'm not mad at it.
But it was really
Can I just say one thing, though, from my just personal... We also did the remix for BB. And that week, like, I hadn't danced in months. I've been recovering from some injuries that was, like, from... I started voguing after childbirth a little too soon. Like, my ligaments weren't fully formed. So I was recovering from injuries. I hadn't vogued in months and months. And then when the music gig came in, like, I was not doing anything with my body. And then I got the call for that. Mind you, too, this was a COVID season. Keep that in mind when you judge this season because everything was, like, disconnected and bizarre, and I can speak that because I was there for season 1 and saw how we were like this. We were smelling each other's assholes. So I had the worst insomnia that week. So when I did that performance, I had 2 nights in a row of 1 hour of sleep. So I was literally delirious for that performance. But I'm happy how it came out.
It was cute. Y'all did really good.
It went well. It went very well. So I couldn't tell you were running on 2 hours of sleep.
And shout out Dolores
Everybody
Ninja.
looked good.
Shout out to Dolores Ninja. She choreographed that with some of the choreographers on the show.
Okay, Dolores.
Shout out to Dolores Ninja. That is her element. Big numbers with lots of voters.
Isla, you have
So it was who? Becky, Cheyenne, Gia,
Milan.
Milan.
Me
You.
and Jamie Ninja.
Which ninja?
Jamie.
Jamie. Okay. That was cute.
So Isla, you have
No shade. I was looking at Cheyenne most of the
No,
time.
wait. Tonka's giving me what? What?
you have the Paris, the Tonks, and you have Gillette. Bring us, put it on, so we can add a little flavor. We could be big 3,
That bitch say B3.
I'm okay. I don't like the name.
I'm like, what does that even
But we
mean?
can change the name. we the hot girls. We do hot shit.
B3.
Still don't like the name.
All right, y'all. So I think we all knew how this season was going to end up a few episodes ago, I think.
Tonka, you're killing me right now.
I love it. But I've appreciated having all of y'all on this season. Thank y'all for joining us and coming back and always being available when I call.
I just want to say thank you to the season 2 people because y'all have expanded my platform. I'm even more famous now because of you guys. Like, I literally get fans every time I go out. They're like, "Oh my God, it's the Paris, it's the Paris." And I be so shocked. I be like, "Yeah, my season was last season." But yeah, it's always fun. I really enjoyed watching y'all this season. Hopefully with this COVID shit about to be over with, like they can do something like something, involving everybody that has anything to do, especially the talent wise with the show. Cause I feel like, girl, we really is doing a lot for their pockets. So it wouldn't hurt for them to, pour a little bit back into ours.
I 100% agree.
Okay.
Quick, funny joke. How did we first meet?
On here? When was the first time we met?
You should remember because you said out that hurt.
You know what? For having me. This is my guy.
At your ass. I said, bitch, you better fuck it up. He was like,
Where? At who ball?
It was I forgot what ball it was, but it was at a function. I was like, you better fuck this shit. It was in North Carolina.
For
3 Kings.
Wow. I won. I still got the trophy. That's my favorite trophy.
This one, right? Girl! Yes, right.
That's why I brought it up because there's no shade. Every time
Yeah.
Like this is literally my favorite trophy. Like I would not lose this trophy ever. Anything.
The reason why I brought it up because that night I saw you, I knew you were special, and I was like, "This bitch, I'm gonna live for her." So I wanted to tell you that smack on the ass was just.
That's
See, for everybody out there on TV, they was just editing me wrong, girl. I'm not. I'm a sweethart.
you are a sweetheart.
America.
Once you get past the initial.
I did have one quick question. So they're not let you guys keep any of your costume pieces, like any of you guys retain anything, or just take everything back?
You said what now?
Again.
like your costume pieces. You guys have some like amazing costumes. They let you keep anything, or you got to give everything back.
I have a few things.
Come on, I'm like some of that stuff.
What you said, Gillette? I got a few
custom made. So
All right, so
to be
I'm
mine.
a little upset about this because, like I said, the final episode was the only time I was on set, and immediately afterwards they were packing everything up, and I went up to Johnny and I was like, Johnny, you got some stuff from season 1? He said, I've got all of it. Come with me. So, or no, I couldn't go with him, but he said, I have all 5 of the Ebony jackets. I said, pull them aside, and I was gonna send them to each member. And Zaparis, it was the weirdest thing. So he set them aside, and then I went to go find him and get them, and the only one that was sitting there was the purple one.
Damn.
Yeah.
Girl, I don't want them jackets anyways. So
Well,
that started the curse for us. That's when they
y'all got red for them jackets.
Right, we got red for them
jackets alone. Hey, the jackets alone, it was how it was put together outside of the jackets, in my opinion.
I remember that. Zabir said, "This don't read Ghetto Fabulous to y'all."
Oh, look, that's the jumpsuit that y'all love.
There she was.
Oh,
she's cute.
What do it say? All tree what?
All tree, no shade.
Yes, that's a cute jacket.
okay.
Look, no, listen, Gillette.
Okay, she got the first.
No, Gillette has to look though. Like that's a mug that don't quit.
Zaparis, did you got anything?
No good. I honestly, looking at season 2, I wouldn't want nothing from season 1 because it's like
Well, I think they used you guys' stuff just to be on the racks, as you know.
I took the first off.
I saw y'all's jackets like that on the Ebony rack.
Girl, I was picking through y'all shit like it was litter.
That's one of the she needs that jacket is triggering. Take it off. We should have did the bandana effect thing. Every time I see that first episode, I'm like, girl, why didn't we go with that bandana look the first episode? We probably would have been,
It was how it got accessorized that really took it south.
It was only one piece. We had to get the rest of the pieces when we got there.
Well, at least you all
had a whole conversation.
So I had to ask. Thank you for answering my question and humoring me, because I really wondered, like, both seasons. I was like, because I would have been asking, like, can I take this home with me?
Right. Because I really wanted my custom. Y'all saw I had me some custom boots with my name on. I really didn't want those. If I could have got those, I would have wanted that.
Well, for I sat in the room and I made all the outfits, like all the red lips. I said and made like so they all have those. So my 70th point, I was going down. I even helped Tonka
out. Move. Go get in the bed. Go.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
Good. Did y'all have to buy extra suitcases?
I already purchased this extra suitcase the money ball because I was like, I think we're going home. So, and they said you're not going home. I was like, oh. I had already purchased the extra.
I made them ship my extra shit home.
I don't blame you.
Okay.
Do it on their dime.
Yeah, I'll never forget that going home. What that had felt like. Like I had to literally wake up the next morning, go across the streets of Burlington to go get some. Because I had did so much shopping movies out there. I was like, yeah.
See, they don't know. Because that was different for us. Like we had like Burlington Coat Factory and then this mall like 2 blocks away, and we would all have to go out the night before and get our own shit.
The luxury.
Right, and then y'all was in LA. Now season 3 they gonna be blessed because they ain't gonna have no COVID. They gonna be in LA. It's gonna be lit for them.
Are they gonna be in LA?
Ooh.
Maybe they're in Atlanta or something. Who knows?
Who knows?
I guess we'll see.
Well, I would hope that they would keep it in LA because no shade, like the stage was very bitch over Jehovah. And you know,
You said no.
The stage was all there.
bitch, y'all stage was lit.
It really you gave your regular Miss Ballroom stage. It's cute.
It wasn't all there.
It's cute. It wasn't all that.
Wow, y'all don't give season 2 no credit.
No, we give credit, but it's just
It wasn't given what it's.
True.
No shade. I hope that the audience is able to return as well because I feel like they probably would have
Yes.
been another pinch of
Let me
dash.
get
They would have been because when I tell y'all for the All-Star season, and let me tell y'all right now, Sky Production, don't play with me. I want to come back the first All-Star season because when I tell you, it was so funny because look, when our first performance, I don't know who else felt like this, but it was so surreal. Like, you know, we had already been there this whole long time. And they was like, you know, the audience is coming and everything. We get ready backstage. So they walked the audience in, right? So where our dressing room is and where the audience has to come to go to the stage, they have to pass by. You know what I'm saying? So I hit my dumb ass thinking in my head, like, I'm already famous by now. Like, oh, they know me.
That's our problem.
Baby, I had went out there expecting to be bum rushed. Them people was bad. I was like, Syphilis, girl, they don't know who you is.
you was
No,
ready
but
to
for real.
sign autograph.
Huh?
You was ready to sign autograph.
Girl, you know me, okay? I said, yeah, girl, they don't know you yet, sir.
But they will.
Look,
Yeah.
still don't know you.
Okay? When I tell y'all, it literally, and even like now that I'm starting to get back into like the whole pageantry side of my drag, it's so like even the last night I hosted a Vogue Nights here, Kiki Vogue Nights, and before they have this drag show. So I went backstage and the host, she was like, "Oh my God, I never realized who you were." And I'm thinking that she was about to say something about like a pageant video that she's seen or something like that. She was like, "Yeah, me and my husband was watching season 1 and oh my God, we love the House of Ebony." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, thank you." Like I literally
when our season ended, COVID happened, and like
Yeah.
COVID happened, so we did not get any of the effects of it, you know. And there was so much promotion that didn't happen that was going to happen, and now that things are opening up, yeah, I'm starting to go out, and people are like, "Oh, wait a minute," putting it all together, and it's like, yeah, it's, you know. We paved the way for y'all, okay? Y'all are really getting so much more tags and interviews and life.
I had to hire security, and I got 2 dogs.
Yes, security. Girl, I know they be trying to talk. How many autographs you sign when you go outside?
It's not even autographs. They want to hug me.
Oh,
it's so cute.
I work in a leasing office, and I get phone calls. Oh my God, I just saw you. You look so good. I just want to tell you that. Click. I'm like, girl, I'm at work. You can't be
You need some
doing
Secret
that.
Service, Tonka.
okay. You need to hire you some Secret Service too, Tonka.
I was gagging. Like the residents would come to the door, like, I saw you on TV. I'm like, well, how you know? One of the maintenance guys said you was on TV, so I had to go look at the show, and you was on TV. I was
Not
like,
that
Not the
violation.
maintenance,
Not the maintenance man promoting.
the straight people love me.
Oh,
The straight people love
Great.
me.
Well, that just goes to show about how great your character is.
Baby, look. Okay, speaking of, you know, y'all love me, right?
Dude.
Yeah. I saw your shirts. Is that where you're going with this? I'm surprised you didn't have a Blank Production shirt because that was like you coined that. What happened?
Oh, it's coming.
Okay.
Because that's the second batch. Blame It On Production and Tonka on the beat. That's my second production.
On the beat.
I want one of those. I want to talk Anisha on the beat shirt. I'm
Yeah.
working with him.
And y'all support my sis, Gillette. She's so down.
Well,
Gillette?
honestly, I'll be letting the stuff go. This past Friday, I got signed to a model
I mean, it makes sense because look at that face.
Okay.
You can sell anything.
Thank you.
You can do feminine, whatever.
Okay. And talking, what's next for you? Now that the season's over, what we got?
I have my podcast, Tonka Should Only Be coming out.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Word.
I want to be a co-host.
Period.
What's the fee?
Yes. Period. Come on. Because I'm really talking about real shit. Like I have a little funny segment, dating while chubby. Chubby and single, like living in single
Just
chubby.
pee on my floor.
Like I have like little stuff like that. So I have some fun topics for you, to really, engage the audience and let's have fun. So that's coming out. I just dropped my, 2 shirts. And I'm looking for an agent. I want to sell more of this personality. So I want to get this personality. I want to continue to put myself out there so the world can receive and just give my all. So, yes.
All right.
Well, I follow all you on Instagram, so I'll be looking out for everything you guys are doing.
Oh, I got something. Well, first of all, I have an album out. Just put it out called Ballroom Baby. It's got some emo songs about ballroom.
Available on iTunes.
There's a song about when I left the house of Chanel. There's a song about the Orlando shooting through a function that day. That was really intense. There's a song that I wrote right after we got kicked off of Legendary. Oh, thank you. Yes. But then also I'm a part of this Pride campaign with NYX Makeup.
I saw that.
And they are doing a $5,000 face competition. Please, y'all, do it. So many girls from Russia and Hungary and everything are doing it. And the ballroom girls haven't done it yet. I'm like, come get this coin. Come get this coin. It's $5,000. All you have to do is a 1-minute video and post it on Instagram using one of the songs off my album, Into the Light. And tag
$5,000.
NYX Cosmetics Ball.
I didn't learn how to sell face.
So you saying is you want me to come back to backstage?
Say that?
Hello.
Yes, teach me, Mother Gillette.
So what you're saying is you want me to come back out for drag space?
Do it. The judge is legendary Chloe West.
Okay, so I'll go just place my date. No problem.
Okay.
And when the contest ends?
The 15th, so you've got 10 days. Just do some insane, colorful, crazy makeup and make a video selling face.
Wait a minute, you
15?
want wash face or you want makeup?
Oh, no, makeup. It's for a makeup company. So basically, each country that's participating will have a winner, and that winner is going to get $1,000 of makeup. And then the winner of each country, those videos will get put in a pile to compete for the $5,000.
Oh, I can't do makeup, so I'm out.
Is it August 15th?
No, June 15th, 5 more days left. They only get 2 weeks for this.
It can be. I mean, it's no problem.
Well, I'm saying this to anyone that's watching too. Come get this coin, please.
See, what happened was...
Yeah, that's what happened.
Well, Gillette, I'm rooting for you because I ain't doing this. So I'm rooting for you. Or Tonka, you doing it?
I might have... Let me.
Okay. She got some up her sleeve.
Because I'm still looking back to some of Gillette's looks, and I'm just like, okay, I can see it. You better slay them girls if you do it. Don't let them rush.
I
got it, babe. I'll do it.
Thank you.
Look at me.
Mrs. Paris.
You was running up last time, so get used to it.
Mrs. Paris, the newly crowned Miss Gay U.S. of A. Was it Gulf Coast?
Gulf Coast.
You Miss
You did.
Gay Gulf Coast U.S. of A. There
You
we
were
go.
looking a little thick. Like,
Titties look. The titties was tittying.
Yeah.
Your
Okay,
body
I'm a
been
grown
bodying a lot lately.
So congratulations to you. What's next? Where we going next?
So I'm on my destiny to become America's Next Drag Superstar. Y'all look out for me in season 15, hopefully. Outside of that, it's just gonna be straight pageantry. Y'all can see me at Arkansas's Black Gay Pride. I'm booked as a special guest for their ball, and I'm just, about to take over the world like I've sworn to do.
I'd love to hear it.
All right, y'all. We wish, of course, everyone the absolute best in all that they do and everything that they want. We support all of y'all. We're gonna be watching. So y'all better be doing everything y'all say that y'all want to be doing.
Well, I am. Thank you.
Oh no, we just gonna make sure we hold you accountable. That's it.
Liking,
That's what we're here
commenting,
for.
sharing. We got y'all.
We just here. So again, girls, for those of y'all that need it, call us. Take these resources. Do what you need to do. Know your bodies. Know what's going on. And let's take care of each other, y'all.
Yes, girl. Get your services, honey.
Health as well.
Any final words for the girls? What we gonna leave them with?
Oh, if y'all coming to season 3, please, 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 go and practice y'all elements, because y'all know it's the motherfucking Vogan show. We don't want to see nothing less than what the Mugles, the Oriccis, the Tishis, honorable mention, the Ebonys, the West. We don't want to see nothing less than what these houses have displayed on the show, because that's what it's supposed to be about. It is ballroom, but we want to make sure that we are putting our best foot forward for the world, because we are now mainstream girls. No tea, no shade. Season 3, you are now.
the other thing I want to say is, again, this is television. Like, yes, it's ballroom, but this is television. Season 2 gave great TV. I like from halfway to the end, I was glued.
Yeah, it was a
What I would say too is that like they were gonna run out of houses, and there's a lot of ballroom girls still. When these Hollywood companies do a show, they start an LLC just for the show. Why can't we be doing that? I mean, we kind of already are starting to do that. House of Lux, but that was really another house that changed at the last minute. Play the game. Play the game. This is TV. Get your moment. We've got family that's not in the same house, so make a house that's your ballroom family, and get out there.
Just to get out there for me, live your dreams, have fun. Ballroom can take you many places. I really get tired of hearing people saying you can't put ballroom on the resume. Maybe ballroom will take you where you need to go. So you can do it. Have fun. And if you do get this experience beyond season 3, just live in the moment and just have fun. Don't get caught up. Just have fun. Do what you can.
Tonka, you still with us?
I think she's over it because I'm doing the $5,000 thing.
Damn.
She upset. But y'all, I just want to go ahead and say, if she not with us, y'all have a great night. Have a good night.
Good night, guys.
Everybody have a great night. Make sure everybody get your services.
Yes.
Thank you.
See ya.